Hello?
Good evening, and welcome to Reserve Inspirations D&D Live, where my friends and I play Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition for your entertainment. My name is Aaron Venner, and I will be your Galaxy Master for the duration of this adventure. In the background, in our tech studio, we have Andy and Kayla, making sure that everything is running smoothly, whether it be lighting, cameras, action, and music.
I thought we supplied the action. Wow, you know what? I'm going home.
About that time to be hitting the old dusty trail.
With that being said, introducing the actors, Lauren as Tita, the Thrycreen Way of the Iron Lung Monk, Mike as Zaxa Zior, the Vidalcan Divination Wizard, and going digital today, we have Christina playing Plonk, the Verdun Rogue Assassin, and Priya as Minerva, the Scorch ASMR Gloomstalker Ranger. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. So, not many announcements this week. It's very exciting. We can get right into the show. So, first off, our times have switched slightly due to COVID. We're looking at a 6:30 p.m. start time, as you know, because you're watching right now. Our videos then hit YouTube on Fridays at 10, and the recap playlists are available for you to catch up. With that being said, Lauren, do you have a few words about the Game Reserve?
Of course, I do have a few words. I have many words. James, owner of the Game Reserve, is looking for 2 to 3 more players for his Sunday afternoon group. They play every other Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The next session is coming this coming Sunday, November 22nd. Nick, another amazing game master at the Game Reserve, is currently running Call of Cthulhu the opposite Sundays from 2 to 6 p.m. Next session beginning the 15th. If you don't know, that's
now you know.
It says now, but typo. If you don't know what Call of Cthulhu is, well, my friends, you are in for a treat. It is a survival horror role-playing game taking place in the mid-1920s. It can get pretty crazy, and it's super thrilling. So, if you're interested in either game, head over to the Game Reserve's Facebook page and shoot James a message. He will give you all of the information you need.
Fantastic. All right. And you just mentioned Facebook. That's a great segue into social media. We have all of it. So we have the Facebook and the...
Master of segues.
We have the Facebook, the Tumblr, the Twitter, the Instagrams, all of those things, all of the social medias. We are live on Twitch as well as our videos on YouTube, and we now have a Patreon and something else that I'll let Priya talk about. But if you would like to draw up some fan art, we're always excited to see what you got for us. So send that on over to reserveinspiration@gmail.com or post it on the...
on the Discord.
Yeah!
So yeah, in addition to all of our other social media that we also have a new Discord server. The links to that are in our Twitch bio, Instagram bio, Tumblr bio, whatever social media you can find us on. The link for the Discord will be in the bio for that, and or will be advertised on the social media page itself. Come hang out with us, come talk about D&D, come share your memes. There are so many good memes in that Discord. I got
really good memes in there.
I love it. So yeah, and today's Space Back. So I kept thinking about last week's really, really weird, messed up planet, and I found another one that's also really weird and messed up. It's called HD 189733b. It's an exoplanet that's like 63 light years away from us, so it's very, very far away. But this planet has these winds that are so intense. They blow up to 5,400 miles per hour, which is 7 times the speed of sound. And the rain there is made out of glass, but it goes sideways. So the wind just keeps taking the glass and flinging it all around. It's wild. So
that's
another
planet of Pandemonium. So Priya, that planet is very similar to Tita's planet of Pandemonium.
Yeah, the winds. will drive you crazy. I don't know if Teach's planet has glass rain.
It
going
absolutely
side,
does now.
But
All right, so Priya, anything else that you would like to mention?
unless I'm forgetting something, that's it.
All right, well, that's fantastic. So definitely like and subscribe to any of our social medias. We always appreciate that. But I think now it's time to give a brief recap as to what happened last time on Reserve Inspirations D&D. The party took some time to rest and recuperate after the horrifying and taxing adventures of late. Tita and Plonk discovered a small hole in the cavern wall, and after some mining and digging, Plonk was able to squeeze in and find a small cavern on the inside where she found some oysters and pearls, which Tita, knowing what they were, scooped them right up. And once everyone woke up, they left with Kubrick to get some coffee. Before leaving, for saving his life, Kubrick got Zoxa a matching Stetson. Meanwhile, Minerva had a disturbing dream from Azazel, who seemed to be in severe pain while chained aloft. He told her to find the Tome of the Evernight, and not to let him get his hands on it. Upon waking, Minerva had a panic attack and cried hysterically while simultaneously removing her mask to do so. Plonk instinctively ducked for cover, knowing what could come from Minerva's face, and Zoxa took note.
Oh man, that is what happened, yeah.
He grilled Vanessa for information on Minerva's past and her strange activities of late. Minerva retrieved the two masks from the deceased Obsidian Order members in the ship bay and attempted to use one's power. In a great surprise, she felt a severe shock to her brain and almost passed out. She made her way to Gurkis' shop, accompanied by Zoxa and Vanessa, for more information and answers on the masks, as he was their creator. They learned that Gurkis, a fire giant, is Number One's father, and was oblivious to the fact that much of his son's team was killed and his son was MIA. Also, many suspicions were had about one another as well. Plonk and Minerva were suspicious of Kubrick because he knew how to find the lair without them telling him how to find the illusory door, as well as the short amount of time it took him to get from the junkyard to inspect the ship and return. Minerva, while confiding in Diambra, implied that she believes Azazel is responsible for her lost memories. Minerva and Zoxa were shocked Vanessa neglected to tell them that Number One could teleport into their lair at any second.
I don't know if shocked is the right term for that. More like horrified.
And finally, as mentioned before, Zoxa was a bit curious about Minerva and her past. Suspicions are high. What will the party do this week?
Who are we sing?
Yeah, that's where we're going to be jumping in today. So where we left off, I believe everyone is currently in the lair. It's mid to late afternoon. You've all just congregated. Plonk, Tita, and Kubrick have returned with coffee. Minerva, Zoxa, and Vanessa returned from talking to Gurkis. And Diambra has kind of been there with Zanesi the whole time. So, you have all kind of congregated back in the lair. And now I leave it to you. What would you like to do?
Alright, so, Vanessa, you need to tell them what you told us earlier.
About what? The Number One?
That would be the
can
thing.
Show up pretty much any time.
Well, if you are familiar, Minerva, you may have learned that once you use the power of your mask, you cannot use it again for 7 days.
Oh, that's for everybody? I thought... Oh.
So
Okay.
he currently cannot get here for at least another 3.5 days.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that everybody had the 7-day wait period, I guess.
If it's successful. If it fails, then you can attempt to use it the next day.
Okay. But still, if we're going to be here for an extended period of time, it's still something that he could use, like, within the next couple of days. I think it might be worth mentioning to everybody.
Well, everyone's here now.
Does does that mask take him back to a very specific spot?
Yes.
Can you show us this spot?
Oh, it's right here, and she points to like the. If there were a like a foyer made out of this hard rock and lava exterior, it's where you are, where the bookcase and the table and all that other stuff is. He appears right in the center of the room.
I will mark that spot. No, Tita, draw an X on that spot, please.
Like, okay.
Show up? Like, how long are we gonna be here for? Like, he can show up at, like, any time after, like, 3 days from now?
Technically, I suppose so.
He could, but if he already ransacked this place, I don't think that he's going to be coming back anytime soon.
I think it would still be worth it to, I don't know, take precautions, at least to know about it. Like, we don't want to let our guard down too much.
Of course, by all means. You are the leader here.
My thought is, why don't we set a trap on the spot he will return? In case he returns, he will be in the trap.
Is he gonna show up alone?
That's a good question.
He has the ability to take others with him.
Great.
How many?
I mean,
I'm not sure, but
I don't think he can go anywhere without 4, so he's probably going to show up with at least one other person.
probably. If he even shows up, you don't know.
Zoxa, did you have any kind of trap in mind?
My first thought was a big cage, but he is a big creature. So I don't know how strong the cage would need to be.
Well, I can attest that he is quite strong.
I don't remember if I got hit by him or not. No, it was just the elemental. That's right, it's just the elemental.
I feel like you'd remember a hit like that.
Or I wouldn't. I specifically wouldn't remember.
That's simply a concussion. All right. Well,
What is the ground
how
that we're
far
on?
big?
The ground that we're on?
Like, what did I just mark? Like, what is it?
It's
Like, just
solid
dirt.
stone. Yeah, you just like across the stone with your pickaxe.
I just wanted to make sure we
Sparks.
mark this.
I was
so
just
I
thinking
know-
if I could dig a hole, but
Well, I mean, a pickaxe is for digging into rock.
he's very large, so I was thinking if that would be worth doing that.
Well,
Um,
we are also in an area that has lava in it, correct?
Yeah.
So if we dug some kind of
What do you want me to do? Dig you a moat?
hole, tunnel that led into lava,
That's pretty deep.
that it is. But we do have 3 days!
I think it would work. I just think it would take a while.
And then I just start chipping away.
Well, I guess that settles that.
Is Diambra in this circle with us?
Yeah, she looks like she's a little impatient. Like she wants to, no, you don't know what specifically, but she's kind of just like her body language shows that she's kind of like impatient with this conversation.
Yeah. So I want to, because like she had left to like go like scout something, right?
Mhm.
Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because like now that we're all like here convened, I guess I want to turn to her and just ask, what did you find on your scouting mission?
Well, I stopped by Tzadkiel's manor, and from what I was told, he's not home. He's on the front lines, to the west, fighting fiends. So it's up to you. It looks as though the guard level is lower than normal. We could potentially snoop around if you wanted, but I don't necessarily know that all of us should be going in.
I agree. I also don't think that, especially since we have Zanesi here, I think there needs to be at least one of us in this lair, just to make sure that, if she wakes up, someone is with her. So I agree that I don't think everybody should need to go for this.
Did somebody say snoop around? If it's a mission of stealth, I think I could tag along.
Well, yes, I would assume that you'd be the best suited for that.
I feel like she's the only suited for that.
I feel like Tita's kind of fast and nimble.
I am. Just kidding. As he's like, I don't even know what nimble means. He's just like, what?
All right, so if the two of you are okay with that, Tita and Plonk, Diambra, would you want to take the two of them to go do some sneaking around and see if we can get some money out of it?
Absolutely. I would love to do that. The one thing is, I hope you're all ready for a climb, because it is not an easy trek up there unless you can fly.
Plonk, I guess I'll carry you. Her face.
But I can lead a mission, absolutely. We might want to wait until nightfall.
Of course, yeah, that makes sense.
But yes, I can start. I can head out now and grab the equipment necessary.
Okay, great. Speaking of equipment, I think something that we should maybe take care of as a group before we go on any other big endeavor like this is I know that, we've found a lot of items recently. Some of them were from the Halo ship. Not all of them, but a couple of them were. I was just wondering if we could maybe just take an inventory of what we have, just so we know, where our capabilities are and, who's able to do what, if the group is okay with that.
I suppose we could do that.
Okay.
And Vanessa speaks up. I can always help you identify some of them if you'd like me to.
That would be very useful. Thank you.
I can also use the spell Identify. when this doesn't freak out.
So
Aha!
what does everyone have?
Like, I think they just wrote it all down.
Don't all speak at once.
Anyone want anything identified?
I can go over my equipment first, I suppose. I don't really have too many things that I don't know what they do. I have my mask, which I know what that does, and no one else can use it anyway, so I guess I'll be holding on to that. The two other masks that I picked up, again, no one can wear them, so I'm thinking of just getting rid of them. And aside from that, the only other things I can think of that I currently have are this, and she pulls out the stun gun and she just puts it down, but again, I kind of know what that does already. And I gave Zanesi an amulet from one of her friends, and I have a couple of her items as well, but I don't think any of them are finished, and I'd rather keep them so that she can have them. So I don't want to throw any of her things into the pot. But and then there's the hover spear, but we left that out.
Minerva, if you'd like, we can look at them at the very least and tell you what they could do. We don't have to take them.
We're not taking any of the items. We're just letting you know what they do.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So sure.
Right.
No. So she takes off her backpack and she just starts pulling out a ton of different things.
I guess that's fine.
It's like a Mary
Dumps
Poppins
out
bag. Just like 10 million things come out.
It's a bag of holding.
You have a bag of holding too!
Okay, so from Zanessi's room and workshop, she has 2 puzzle boxes, some goggles, some metal boots, and a black box, like a small, like little black box.
Oh, okay. Which one would you like me to look at?
I want to take a look at the goggles first.
Absolutely. Just give me 10 minutes.
Of course.
Zoxa, which one are you taking?
Uh,
The boots or the little black box?
I'll do the boots. Because why not?
And he sits down cross-legged, she sits down cross-legged, and we start a ritual spell. Takes 10 minutes. If anyone else would like to have any type of conversation while they are casting, by all means.
Reach into my components pouch.
Get
Get
the pearl.
the pearl and the owl feather.
Yep.
And just like brush the pearl.
You do that, and then you just see Vanessa kind of hold it up to her forehead and just kind of focus in on her item.
Just immediately go. Just do this. Oh, right, of course. I know how this works. Shut up.
Kubrick, in the meantime, while they're doing that, Kubrick's like, hey boss, so I think pretty soon, whenever you dismiss us, I'm gonna head back down to the junkyard. Do you need anything from me before I do that?
Yeah, I actually just... I wanted to talk before you go, actually, but I'll pull you aside before you have to leave.
Oh, okay, sure. No problem. Anyone else? Any conversations, or are we waiting the 10 minutes?
I gotta wait the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so Vanessa finishes like a second or two before Zoxa, and she says,
She started first.
well, these are quite interesting goggles. They allow the wearer to see in the dark. And if the wearer can already see in the dark, their distance is doubled.
Hi, those. I don't have dark vision, and I'm one of the only ones that doesn't have it.
I don't have dark vision either.
Yeah, but you don't do anything.
Whoa.
Alright, then maybe I won't tell you what these boots do.
Vanessa actually snickers. Under.
I mean, you don't go anywhere.
My eyes are literally like, because I can't believe she just said that.
Well, Minerva, I hand these back to you, and you can do with them what you will.
Alright, thanks.
What would you like me to look at next?
I'm gonna hand her the black box.
Oh, okie doke. Zoxa finishes his up now.
Yes. These are rocket boots. While you wear these boots, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed. You can use the boots to fly for up to 10 minutes per charge used. These boots have 3 charges and regain 1d4 minus 1 charges at the end of a long rest. If you are flying when the duration expires, you descend at a rate of 30 feet per round until you land.
I want to fly.
That might be useful for the upcoming mission. I heard something about not being able to fly, so you'll have to climb, if I do remember correctly.
So, are you handing these back to Minerva?
Yes, I'll give them back to Minerva.
Would you like to give anything else to Zoxa? Or does someone else have something they want to give to him? Or do you have something that you want to investigate on your own? No?
I only had the spell book in the bag. I don't have any magic things.
Okay.
I have the pendant.
Oh, the pearl dove pendant? Yeah, if you want to do that.
Isn't that part of her shrine?
I think so.
I haven't really set it up because I had to take it down.
Oh, that's right. All right. Yeah, I'll look at this thing.
Alright. So the two of them begin to cast again. Any side conversations between maybe Tita and others? No.
Nope. All right.
After 10 minutes goes by.
I'm fiddling around in my little pouch, deciding
Out of
if I
all
want
the
to take
things you
things out
have.
or not out of all the things I have in there. Yeah.
She comes back and she says, well, this one's quite interesting as well. There are 6 devices, and you put them in your ear, one apiece, and you can communicate with your allies. Essentially, I'm trying to see if you have to verbally... Hold on. You must verbalize what you're saying, but it can be a whisper, and yes, you can communicate with them within a certain distance, which is 5 miles.
Okay. Wow.
So she will hand those. There are 6 earpieces that you can pass out to whoever you want.
That was the black box.
That was the black box. Inside was the...
Oh, inside. Okay, I was like, are they attached to the box? Like, what?
Yeah, you have
Each
this
side
little
of the
tiny
box.
string that extends for every single one.
It goes 5 miles though. So.
Yeah, each side of the box comes off. It's connected.
All right. So she finishes that. Zaxa, you finish up the pendant. It is not magical. It is just a pearl dove pendant.
Sorry, there's no magic on this. It's just a pendant. Here you go.
Grumpy face. I am going to dig out that stone that I found with the open mouth profile thing. And I'm not sure about, so I'm going to give it to Zaxa.
Sure.
All right.
So you're going to cast again?
Yep.
Ritual?
It has to be a ritual because I don't have it
Prepared.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Another 10 minutes, sorry.
So another 10 minutes goes by, and while that's happening, Venice's like, is there anything else that you would like me to look at while Zox is looking at that? No?
No?
Okay.
It's gonna be real funny when I finish this, and then Tina goes, "Oh, by the way, can you do this also?"
I was already going to do that.
Alright, so Tita, you finish up. Sorry, Zoxa, you finish up,
Yes.
and then when you get there.
Oh!
Great.
This is sending stones. Comes in pairs, which it didn't. with each smooth stone carved to match the other, so the pairing is easily recognized. While you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast a sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears the other stone, you know that fact as soon as you use the stone and don't cast the spell. Once sending is cast through the stones, they can't be used again until the next dawn. If one of those stones in a pair is destroyed, the other one becomes non-magical. I would assume that means that because I identified it as magical, that the other one's not destroyed.
It is magical, so... The other one is...
Because otherwise it would just be, nope, this is a weird stone.
Okay.
Where did it come from?
Where did I find that? I forgot.
You found that on the Halo ship in the central part of the ship, in like the command center,
Oh,
in one of the drawers.
that's interesting.
Very interesting.
So
Writing
yeah, you
that
get
down.
the announcement.
Wait, do I get to keep that little paper so I know what it is?
Yeah, sure. I can give it to you.
I just automatically gave it back to him.
Here you go. So yeah, Minerva, you can lead your team with whatever else you'd like to do.
If there's anything else, you can give it to me later.
Okay.
So, okay, at first, I was a little against using Zanessi's items for what we're doing. But, I don't know. I feel like,
Oh, that's right.
particularly Plonk, I'd like you to be able to see if you're going to be snooping around. So,
Her face just lights up.
Plonk, if I give you these goggles, Are you going to take care of them?
Oh yeah.
That's yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. If you bring these back to me and they're not broken, I'll get you 2 coffees.
I wish you could see the face that she just made when you said that.
It was amazing.
No, I can see her because we're in the same Zoom.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Fantastic.
Oh, at least you can see one person today.
Okay,
Alright,
so
I'm
Christina,
gonna-
if you would like to go into your D&D Beyond under equipment and add night vision goggles, you may do so.
I look over at Plonk and I'm pumped because I point to my goggles and I'm like, we're goggle
You
buddies.
can, Titi, you can add sending stones to your
Oh, sorry. What? At where?
under equipment, and then add sending stones.
Just watching you go.
I also think that it would be advantageous of us if we use earpiece things, the communicators, just since we're going to be split up for a little while. So, and I'm not really too worried about these getting too beat up unless you get hit in the head with something. So don't do that. But, so how many of us are there? It's us 4, Vanessa, Diambra, and
Cooper.
Come on, guys!
Just fine, Kubrick.
Oh, man, that was perfect. Funisa, Diambra, and... Oh, Kubrick.
So I'm gonna give one to Diambra, Plonk, and Tita. One, each of them will get one because
Okay.
they're the ones. I want to have one. I want Kubrick to have one because, yep.
Ships.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna
It should
turn
drop
to
down.
Vanitha and Zoxa. Which one of you wants the last earpiece?
Me, duh.
You have one.
What?
Yeah.
I have-
Zaxa and Vunisa.
Zoxa needs
I would assume
How do I know which
you would
one is
take
the
the
one I
other. I'm not really.
Two of these.
I'm just tagging along.
I'll take the other.
Okay, that's what I assumed, but I wanted to offer just to be polite about it. But here you go, Zoxa.
Offering mine.
As you grumble. Grumble.
Is that a thing to add to equipment, or is that not a thing? to add
I
to
believe it's
equipment?
in there
Um,
as radio frequency earpieces or something.
question. Hence my lack of knowing that I had an earpiece was because when I typed in sending stone, it comes up sending stone or sending stones. Is that the same thing? Do I just hit stone because I only have one, or do I hit stones because it's actually part of the pair?
Do the bottom one.
Do sending stones. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, so you have figured out who's getting what items. There's the rocket boots, and I believe that's. You said the amulet is on Zanesi.
On Zanesi. That is staying on Zanesi.
Tita has a shield on his back that he hasn't mentioned. It's just kind of sitting there.
Well, everyone can see it. I don't have to mention it. Like, what?
Which is amazing because it's just. Does anyone have anything else? Nope.
Oh wait, and I have that huge cloak as well.
Yes, you do have
But see, that's why no one mentioned the shield, because it's covering the shield.
Oh, that's right. Probably. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes,
what
you
is
have,
that thing
you have a
called?
cloak and a
Radio
shield, but
frequency.
that's fine if you do not want to do anything with that at the moment. But yeah, you have the rocket boots. If you want to do something with that, or if you want to hold on to them, that's fine.
No, I do wanna.
That, I would completely understand you being way more of this is Zanesi's thing. We probably shouldn't use these.
Yeah, I think unless anyone makes a strong case for using it, I would rather just keep that here. That's not to say you can't try to convince me.
It's you and Plonk going, so it's...
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's good.
So yeah, that's good.
Wait, come on, what?
I think it's fine if it stays here.
Okay, alright.
All right.
Why am I so damaged?
So what's
Have we not had
the
a
what's
long
the
rest?
plan for the evening?
I want to talk to Cooper before he leaves.
Oh yeah. Let me grab the hat. A little Stetson over
Oh,
here.
God.
Fantastic.
I'm just gonna like pull him aside, I guess. Hey Cooper, how have you been lately?
I've been fine. Just a
Okay.
little tired. I'm not gonna lie. I felt real uneasy on that Bolt ship because of that other pilot being a devil.
What? Oh, I hardly met any of Emmy's crew, but okay. Well,
Not a fan of devils.
Funny because you are
well,
one.
you've just been. I gotta be honest and say you've just been kind of acting a little out of character recently. I just wanted to check in, see if there was anything you wanted to talk about or tell me.
No, not really. I'm just, trying to get the ship back up and running, keep you lot safe. That's what I told Azaziel I'd do. So I'm trying.
Yeah. Can I roll insight on him?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Oh, it's gonna be so funny when it's low.
It's usually always low for you guys. I don't know why. 6.
3 plus 3.
Yeah, he seems like he's just had a rough last week or so.
Oh, this is so much fun.
He's been having a tough time, and
Alright, well.
Jesus.
Alright, well, if anything comes up or if you need anything, you got that little earpiece, so.
Yeah, this thing's fantastic. And
Right?
you can obviously reach out to me if you need to, because I'll be down at the junkyard. It'll be easy communication.
Alright, are you planning on coming back here at any point, or where are you gonna be?
I'm not gonna be there all night. I'll probably stay there for a few hours, try to get the main electrical system back up, and if I can do that, come back, get some rest, and head back out in the morning.
Okay. And what way are you gonna be coming back through?
Well, I took the fighter pod that we had remaining from the debacle, and that's in the bay right now. I'm going to take that out to the junkyard and then take it back.
Okay.
She's so confused.
So,
Well, you know that the bay leads to the lair, the same way that the mines lead through the lair. They both go through that illusory door.
yeah, no, I just, I just remember when you came back through, the secret illusory wall. I just keep wondering about how you knew where that was. We didn't tell you.
Well, I came up from the ladder from the bay, and I figured it's going to be around, so it's just kind of feeling the walls, and boop.
The look of doubt on Plonk's face
Go for
right
it,
now.
go for it.
I'm doing that. This is sus.
Oh, please be low again.
She's like, and that one. No, just kidding.
That's not really much better. That's like a 9 plus 3, 12.
12. Yeah, you can tell that he's being honest about the way he made his way into the lair, and how he plans on leaving and then coming back.
All right. Well,
Wait, he said he was gonna be able to use the earpiece like from the thing. Didn't it look
Yeah.
more far away? Didn't you say?
Probably about that far, about 5 miles. It's probably going to be like kind of
But
fuzzy.
he may not know how far 5 miles is. All you guys are so suspect of my new best friend.
Thank you, Zoxa. I don't understand, why they're picking on me.
I don't know. It's just what they do.
well, I'm sorry for the interrogation. I don't know. Things are just a little tense right now.
No,
Wanna
hey,
make sure that-
I totally get it, boss. Like, 3 days ago, I almost died. So,
yeah.
luckily,
Yeah,
this
just-
guy, my good friend Zoxa, saved my life. So,
How many times is he gonna say good friend?
My good friend. That I
He's gonna say it as long as we stay good friends.
a good friend that I just learned his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, go do what you gotta do. Be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. If you need me, reach out, and I'll be back tonight.
All right.
He starts. He heads down like that over the ledge, down the 3 massive steps, and onward out the illusory door.
Onward.
So, while you're all gathered and congregating and looking at items and chit-chatting and whatnot, Plonk, you get your new goggles and you're putting them on and you're running around the cave, checking out all the cool things you can see in the dark now.
Even though it's not dark at all.
Are we like playing hide and seek? I feel like we're just.
Yeah. So, while you and Tita are playing hide and seek, Plonk, you're hiding. And you're kind of like crouched behind this large boulder with a cross-section piece of rock that kind of wedged in between. And as you're sitting there and you're kind of in the darkness, kind of looking out into the shadows, you kind of see Tita's shadow go by as he's walking, looking around for you. And then in the back of your mind, you hear, "Hello, Plonk. I hope your preparations for departure have commenced. I am almost to you. See you soon." And then it fades.
Meanwhile, I'm running around like, Plum, come out, wherever you are! Like,
and the game is over.
Silently screaming. Yeah, I'm gonna like immediately just like scream.
and then I'm gonna jump and be like, found you! Well, I don't know why she screamed.
She screamed. Yeah.
Just
Ow.
scream
Yeah. So, a loud scream from the corner of one of the cavern edges.
and start running towards everyone.
I mean, like, obviously, if you, like, scream, I'm gonna go run in that direction.
Yeah, Vunisa runs to the edge of like the cliff edge there. She kind of looks down with her hands outstretched, and Diambra is pulling a sword from her back, like, what's going on?
Zox is just like, again, just starts
Meanwhile, I'm
walking
just
over.
like, you ruined the game! Like,
I'm gonna run up and be like, I heard the voice again! The voice! In my head! The one that told me that it was coming to get me! It said it's close! I don't know what that means! It wants to kill me!
It said it wants to kill you?
What voice? What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right.
Wow!
Wow, we completely forgot to tell her.
wow, we are terrible people.
It's okay. Just tell me now. What's up?
Plonk has been hearing a voice in her head, as I have written down somewhere in my
Wait, where were we when that happened the first time?
You were an M.
we just met Emmy Strang.
Yeah. You were in the hallway. Manny was there.
I'm recalling, I'm recalling.
She also has lost her
her telepathy
her telepathy, which apparently is also a thing that she had at one point.
That we didn't know she had till she didn't have it.
I'm gonna just like put an arm around Plonk because she looks stressed.
A little bit.
So
Stressed
What
is putting it mildly.
what exactly again did this voice say?
The first time it said that they knew where I was and that they were me, and then this time they said that they knew where I was again, and that we were planning on leaving, and that they're almost here.
Is it a voice you recognize?
No,
Right. Well,
other than the first time it came, I recognized it the second time. It was the same one.
okay. Well,
Jesus.
whatever.
You're gonna kill me, Minerva.
It's not gonna kill you. Whatever it is, we can handle it. It's what? One voice? There's 7 of us.
How many times died already?
Wait, say that again? You cut out.
How many times have I almost died already?
But
I don't know. I lost count.
Yeah, it's a fair question.
you haven't actually died though.
I almost died.
And you're not going to. Whatever this is, we can face it. Don't worry.
It says it's gonna kill me.
Well, a lot of people say a lot of things. One also said he was going to kill me, and, well, he ran away, so...
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a humanoid or anything.
Well, whatever it is, you have all of us with you when and if it shows up. Which, if it was smart, it wouldn't do that, because, I don't know, I wouldn't want to mess with any of us.
Did Plunk see the other thing come out?
No.
Did we tell her that we saw that?
I believe so,
Maybe.
but also
We did tell, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. Did the first time it came to me, did it tell me that it gave me my
No, it said something about that you had something of theirs and they had something of
Yeah, it
yours.
mentioned that it believes that you have something of its, and it has something of yours.
Okay. Right. So it told me that I have something that belongs to it, and it has something that belongs to me, and the only thing that I'm missing is my telepathy. So maybe it's why I can do the gold stuff now.
Oh.
Vunisa steps in and she says, "It sounds like that it is using your ability to communicate with you."
That would make sense. Well, whatever it is, when it shows up, we can face it together, and maybe it'll just be a fair exchange of the things that you've given each other. And well, if not, we got your back, don't worry.
Give anybody anything.
That's fair.
I take a lot from people, but I don't think anything like that worth after me and trying to kill me for. Although, was that one time?
That was that one time.
Never mind.
Jesus.
This is Diambra now. So, are we still on for this evening, or do you need some time, Plonk?
It knows that we're doing this.
Doing what?
We're leaving.
To go to the manor? Sadkiel's manor?
Yeah.
How could it possibly know that?
It said that we were. It asked me how I was.
Well, we can wait a day or two. If Sadkiel's out on the front lines, then he's not coming back anytime soon, especially since it's not looking good out there.
I said it's closed.
The other thing is, the longer we wait to get this job done, the longer it's going to take us to get to the Vidal. And the situation there is going to keep getting worse. So, I think that the mission to the manor should still be on for tonight, but I mean, I know I'm not nearly as stealthy as Plonk, but Plonk, if you'd rather stay here, I can go.
No, I don't want you to leave.
Just keep in mind, Minerva, that these aren't just Asimar guards. These are Planetar guards. If we're caught,
I know.
We're probably dead.
I know.
And I'm not the most stealthy either, so I feel like maybe I can give information from the sidelines? I don't know.
I mean, I do still think that Plonk is the best suited for this mission, but
Can I walk over to Plonk and put like my little arm and just be like, "Come on, Plonk, we need you."
I don't know if she heard you.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Okay.
No, she's in character rocking back and
Oh,
forth.
no, I know. I just couldn't, because there was no expression change, so I wasn't sure. Well, I'm not opposed to at least scoping out the outside tonight. I mean, maybe when her head is more together, we can try the inside.
we still have a bit of time before you were all going to depart anyway. Maybe, Plonk, we can see how you're feeling within the next couple hours and see what you're feeling up to tonight. In the meantime, do you want to go get coffee? No? Do you want me to go get you coffee and bring it back?
No,
Okay. Okay, I won't. Is there anything that you do need?
guards?
Well,
Guards.
Guards.
I can.
Diabra steps up and she's like, "We are all the guards you need, Plonk." And she pulls her sword and shield out and she's like, "Anything that comes our way, we'll take care of it. Don't you worry."
Oh, I'll take the shield off my back and throw it to Plonk.
Throw me.
Well, not at her, guys. Jesus.
Hey, knock some sense into her. That's it.
No, yeah, I can take it off. I'll be like, "Here, hide behind this."
Plonk, you've got both my swords and every single crossbow bolt that I have. We're not going to let anything happen to you.
It was my sword.
I really didn't want to make the reference, but
Why someone?
you have my swords. I was like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. And my bow!
And my
And my darts!
I pull out my gun and my gun.
Alright, so what is the plan, Minerva and team?
Well, let's have some food. Let's get some dinner.
That's a great idea.
What time of day is it right now?
At this point, it's probably with all your inspecting of the items and whatnot, you're probably looking at 6-7 p.m. It's the second day of the week, so you're still a few days until rest day.
That I'm not concerned with. I don't like rest day. Bunch of lazy... I don't know. None of them fit. Bunch of lazy trucks.
My favorite word.
Minerva.
Yeah?
Do you know how long the library stays open for here?
Would I know that, Jan?
You probably have never stepped foot in the library, so...
Look at her face. She's so appalled. She's like...
Make an intelligence check, or a history check.
I've found artifacts from Madame Fairchild that I might have researched before going out to look. Thank you.
Well, she usually does the research and just hands it to you and says, "Go retrieve this for me."
Yeah, but I got a, what number is that? That's 16 plus 1.
Yeah. You are aware of where the library is. You've never, again, been inside of it, but you know where it is. If you'd like to lead Zoxa there, sure.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain I made note of where the library was at some point when we were passing it.
Probably.
So I know where it is. I just don't know what time it stays open till.
Oh. With a 17 Minerva, you probably know, yeah, it's like a dusk till dawn, or a dawn till dusk type thing.
Okay, so does like, is the sun already setting at like
And, well,
this?
technically
I did
there
write
is
it
no
down.
dusk, because the radiant light is always there, but sometimes it is dimmer, and that's when it's like nighttime, essentially. When people go to bed is when the library closes.
Alright. Well, yeah, I'll just say that then, I guess. When it gets dark out, it closes.
Starting at dark-ish.
Hmm.
You might have enough time if you, like, ran there, but I can't guarantee that.
His face.
If I ran there,
He could take the rocket boots!
yeah, there we go. Go bang!
Put him on just right into the wall.
I think I've shown many a time that I am not the best qualified runner of any of us here.
Well, then looks like you're gonna be going to the library tomorrow.
I don't need your sass, Minerva. Yes, that trip will be better taken tomorrow.
Zoxa, if you are really looking to go today, I believe you have an ability that would allow you to get there faster. I have the same.
Yes, but the amount of time I would need in the library may not be worth it.
True. Up
But
to
that
you.
is-
I'm willing to
that
go
is
with you if
true.
you'd like.
Allows me to move at an incredible pace. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Expeditious retreat. No, we should wait until tomorrow.
Very well. All right. So, if there's nothing else that you would all like to accomplish this evening, unless you're going to try to scope out the manor.
I think we can. I think we can do. At least try to scope it out. But I don't want to be gone away from everybody for too long.
Okay. If something goes wrong, just start coming back. Let us know. You have your communicator with you, but don't forget that you're gonna have Diamber and Tita with you, and they're both pretty good fighters.
I'm like tapping my axe in my hand. Like,
Should we go? It would be easier if we had that fighter pod Kubrick was talking about.
What? Did he? This is like me not remembering. Did he say he was gonna take that to the junkyard, or did he leave that?
No, he said he was going to take it to the junkyard. That's how he was moving around so quickly.
Yeah. Well,
I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Insight check.
the junkyard and see if he'll lend it to you, but
Did you... Yeah, you gave Diamber one. She just, like, taps her ear and she's like, Kubrick, dear. Yes, if you could bring that fighter pod back, we would really appreciate it. Important business, yes.
that'd be great.
No, now would be lovely. Very well. And she hangs up. He should be here shortly.
alright. Sounds good.
That's about time for him to come back and get rest anyway.
Probably. Well, this is
How long is shortly?
what shortly? He did not say. Tita, you can jump pretty high, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say, how about distance? Distance as well?
Oh shoot, what is my distance? I think it's like 30.
feet.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it might not be a bad idea to do like a flyover and let you leap out onto the roof of the building and go in from above.
We both just-
Whose idea was this?
This is Diambra.
Okay.
Wait, you want what? You want me to what?
Like, I'll fly the fighter pod overhead,
Yeah.
low enough that you can drop down fairly unharmed. And then Plonk can come in from another angle as well. You can hit it from two sides. You can hit it from above, she can hit it from the back.
I suppose.
And now it might be important to talk to the two of you a little bit about what you're looking for. So if you can find Sadkiel's study, look through his desk, see if he has any notes, notations, anything that can lead him to the elemental chaos collapse. Anything at all.
Last time I did this, I almost died. And I ended up here.
I'm sorry?
You didn't die, though. So,
That's gonna be our answer for everything.
I'm just kidding. Continue.
I'm just kidding.
But really, you're looking for what I would assume is documentation or anything that would show you that there's a connection between Sadkiel and... We don't even know what's going on with this situation, to be completely honest. I was thrown into this.
would, I think we may have talked about this before, but would proving his innocence also get the job done if it turns out he's not connected to the elemental chaos?
Of course. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Tyr would love to eliminate him as an option as to why this happened. But there have been some suspicions, so we're looking into it.
Of course. But yeah, I just wanted to confirm that his innocence would also get us paid, if that is.
Yes, Minerva. Of course. Well, I think I'm going to prepare these supplies for the fighter pod. If there's anything that the two of you need to do to prepare yourselves, do it now. Should be heading out shortly. And she begins to coil some ropes around her arm and strap on her armor and whatnot. So do what you need to do to prepare yourselves.
I'm gonna.
Can
Sorry.
I find well, I have all these other items that I clearly don't need to bring with me. So, actually, I will approach Zaxa because he's staying. Correct? You're staying.
Yes.
And I already. Oh well, Plunk's really coming, so I will give you the shield because obviously she's not going to take that with us. So I'm going to give you my shield. That cloak.
Okay.
And a couple other stupid items like book, whatever, just things I don't need to carry. And then I'm just gonna have my regular little pouch and my axe and my shurikens and other weapony things.
Okay.
I
When
also
did you
want
get
to
these
go
things?
What things?
to,
All the things you
Zaxa.
just gave me.
What? Plunk?
I want to go up to Zaxa and ask him, can you hold some stuff for me while we go? I don't want to take everything that I have with me in case I don't want to lose anything.
All right.
And Zaxa just sits with a pile of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's basically the coat check.
Yeah.
Everything from the shrine and give it to him.
Okay. Are you taking your backpack?
What?
Are you taking your backpack with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm leaving Rizzoli behind this chimney thing.
Yeah. Yeah, good idea.
I'm taking that flower with me,
forgot that
though,
you
in
named
case I
your
need to
bomb
throw it
Rizzoli.
at somebody. What is that?
I don't know, like a mosquito or something?
It's fine, it'll die soon.
Yeah. Once it lands on us. Okay, so Minerva and Zaxa and Vunisa and Kubrick, once he gets here, are the group of you doing anything while the rest go on this mission?
Are you giving me these things to identify or just to hold?
Please check out the shield and the cloak.
Got it. All right, so I will be doing that for at least 20 minutes.
Okay. How about you, Minerva?
They haven't left yet, have they? Because I did want to talk to Plonk before
No, they
roll up.
haven't left yet.
Okay. All right. So before that happens, I do just want to go up to Plonk and ask, how you feeling?
I guess I'm okay. I don't really want to think about it, but I can't stop.
That makes sense, and there's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't have to feel like you can't think about it, because that's going to want to make you think about it even more. But if anyone in this group is good at sneaking around, it's you. So I have a feeling that you'll be done with this job pretty quick, and you'll be back here before you know it.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay.
Okay.
Little hope.
Oh. And as the two of you finish, or you start this embrace, Kubrick comes
Oh god, the duster.
building a duster as he comes in. He's at the far end. He's like,
Oh, we doing hugs?
Yes.
let's come strolling in. All right, Diamber, ship's all yours. And I'm assuming she's gonna get up and be like, "Thank you, Kubrick," and she's gonna start walking down. Are the two of you ready?
I mean, I guess so.
Very well. Then let's head out.
Stay safe, all of you.
We'll do our best, Minerva. But
Remember, you're a communicator. if you need it.
exactly. So glad we got these.
Wait, when you're talking to it, everybody can hear you, or just one person?
Everybody.
Oh,
It's the
great. Is Cooper wearing? Oh, he's still wearing one.
Well,
There you
That means I can't
the
talk
thing
shit about
reads-
him. To be able to hear
The
me.
thing says something different, but is it
if
just...
it says something different, then that's
It says you can pick and choose wearers to communicate with, or if not specified, your message will reach all wearers. I don't know if
Okay.
that's just what it says because it's an item, or if how you want to play it.
designed it, so.
Okay. Okay, all right.
So that's what it can do.
I designed it like a while ago, so.
Oh, good. So I can shit talk Kubrick,
Yes,
and
yes,
then
you can.
he won't
Yeah.
know. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, perfect. All right.
So before they go, I'm
Oh
going to
wait,
pull him
Zox is
aside.
not one. Okay, fine.
I'm going to pull him aside and go, keep her safe.
Duh. And then we can fake pound it.
Yeah.
All right. So Diambo begins to lead the two of you, unless there's any further business you have in the lair. No. All right. So you follow her.
Wait, just
down.
the three of us, yeah.
Yeah. You follow her down a very it's a decent sized tunnel that has like a metal ladder that goes down to the Bay Area where you fought originally with the Obsidian Order. And there's a small fighter pod waiting there for you, and she will walk over with you, with the two of you, to Diabra. She'll be like, so you know how to fly, right?
Do I actually know how to fly that?
The fighter
Oh,
pod
that's
is
the
what
one
you
from the old
trained.
thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you're like an expert. Natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
So I think what I'll have you do is I'll have you take off and do most of the flying, and then when it's time for you to jump out, I will just try to keep it steady, I suppose. I'm not well versed in these, but I should be able to keep it in the air.
That sounds terrible.
I mean, it does kind of sound terrible.
Well, unless you have a better idea.
Wait, doesn't Plonk kind of know? No.
She knows how to shoot the things.
She's looking at her face.
Oh.
She's like, no.
She was like, no.
No, she just knows what buttons shoot the things.
Alright, so I guess just pay attention.
I'm watching.
Pay attention.
I'm gonna roll to see her intelligence to watch you and like.
Oh god. Please be good, please be good, please be good.
Alright, so they begin to fly. She flies outside of this bay and begins to careen upward toward the peak of the volcano. And as you begin to crest the peak and it begins to flatten out, you can obviously see the orange glow of the lava below, but along the edge of the plateau of the volcano all the way around, there's just villas and whatever, and it looks like there's grass growing at the top of this. And yeah, it's quite odd. It's not something that you would normally see at the top of a semi-active volcano. But yes, beautiful estate villas. Utilizing that white, shimmery, crystalline metal.
As we're flying over, Plonk and I are like, ooh, ah.
As he's flying, ooh, ah!
So you get a pretty good vantage point. And Diambra is kind of trying to pay attention to what you're doing with the controls, but also trying to pay attention to the villas as you're going by.
And I feel like I would make her, like, do stuff. Like, I wouldn't just fly and be like, yeah, watch. I'd be like, you do some, I do some. Like, to make sure that she's got it.
Yeah. She'll start helping out. What are you doing, Plonk? You're in there with them.
I'm sitting there like, ooh, whoa, like looking around.
Yeah, gorgeous villas. And there's large, like, topiaries all around as well. And most of, like, the yards, they all have some type of fence or gate around them. But let's see if I have any other notes on this.
It's like all, like, prestigious gated communities.
Oh, yeah. And you can tell, like, the view of Muspelheim from up here is just, it's perfect. It's so beautiful to see the ocean with the... And yeah, so as you're kind of flying overhead, Diamond's like, this is the one right here, and it's probably the second largest manor that's built up on this plateau, and it's sprawling like fields almost for a yard. There's massive statues that line the walkway up to the central
Of what?
doorway of this manor.
No, the statues are of what?
Oh, it's difficult to tell from here. If you'd like, try to make a perception check.
I don't know if it's something cool. Nope.
They look humanoid. The statues of look humanoid. It's difficult to tell.
Alright, fine, whatever.
But yeah, so there's a beautiful white marble pathway that leads from the main gate to the estate itself.
I'm excited.
And yeah, that's just what you kind of see as it's pretty. She's like, all right, so if you'd like, turn us around and get us on a path coming away from the lava, so you don't jump into the lava. And then I will take control.
You
Sounding
real
confident.
sure of yourself.
Oh, I'm good. I think I can do this. As Plonk is just sitting there like, wait.
Can we do like a pass by just to try it out? So I want to like to let her fly
That's
while
probably
I'm
good. Do you think we should let Plonk at her destination first, and then do the drive-by view on this? I don't know. I'm throwing this together as I go.
It was such a good plan, but
Plonk, do you want to go down
let her
first?
drop in on the roof. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. What else? So what?
Honestly, I don't really want to be on it with Diambra driving.
Alright, we'll drop you off first.
Alright, so as plans are being made to drop Plonk off and then get back up into the air, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes to figure out what other shenanigans we are going to
Good
get
Lord.
ourselves into today.
As we crash.
And we'll be right
So
back.
we'll see you in a few minutes!
What do you want to know about me exactly? My name is Minerva, I come from the planet Isgard, and I'm very good at finding things. That's about it. Alright, fine. I'll explain a little bit more. I'm not necessarily a bounty hunter, but I do travel across the galaxy in pursuit of different targets. The galaxy is a very big place. There are many wondrous things, of course, but with the good sometimes comes the bad. I eliminate the bad before it becomes a larger problem. I work for an organization called the Galactic Utility Intelligence Logistics Task Force, also known as GILT. Great name, huh? We're a rather undercover group, inconspicuously keeping watch over the many planets, pinpointing any threats that may arise and disrupt the safety of civilians. The majority of GILT is essentially a surveillance system that relays information back to our leader. However, when a threat to the people does arise, be it an angry monstrosity or an ancient fiend, that's when my team intervenes. We are a subset of GILT, known as the Special Protection Investigative Tactical Exploration Team, or the SPITE team for short. There are 6 ASMR on this team, including myself, each one of us with a different skill set. I contribute the ability to track down our target once we're in its proximity. I'm not bad with a blade or two either. Working with the team is alright. I wouldn't call all of them friends, but they are the people I'm closest to. Whenever we're not investigating a galactic threat, we're most likely just passing time on our starship. For me, this mostly means I'm in our training room, running through various simulations to keep my skills in good condition. I also enjoy a good game of cards every now and then. However, for some reason I'm always quite bad at trivia night.
So, I guess I'm supposed to be like talking about myself or whatever. I mean, I don't know, Green. I'm pretty boring. All I do is work and blow glass pipes. I can do that. I smoke a ton of moss in my off hours. Pretty much working all the time, though. Come from a long line of Vaders. That means excavators. My family has worked with a deep organization for like hundreds of aeons. Oh, I should probably tell you what the hell that is, huh? DEEP stands for the Discovery, Excavation, and Expansion of Pandemonium Passageways. We're a little more progressive than those other Vaders, the dry, green hierarchy of excavation mining. No one wants to work for them. Frelin pieces of friend. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be swearing, Green. So, back to my job. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Kinda hard not to be when you've been basically bred for it. Got my great-granddad T-Sith pickaxe right here. Probably wouldn't think by looking at me, but I'm a little quicker than most. Even got promoted to work dust detail. That's the development of the underground super tunnels. I know, far out, right? One time I got off draft Green, came out in this crazy big moss patch. Totally wild. Met this Formian. Dries and Ports don't usually vibe Green. I dig him though, we grew close. He's the Drang, the real Frelin Drang.
Growing up, I lived in a small clan of Verdun. My ancestors were goblins who left their planet to live amongst elven communities. The relocation was hard for them. It took a while getting used to their new planet, but once they got the hang of farming, it was all uphill from there. I was never as good of a farmer as they were, though. All I wanted to do was play. Hide and seek or squink. It's kind of like capture the flanc. Those are my favorite. I love the adrenaline I get from a good hunt. Waking up to your farmhouse engulfed in flames in the middle of the night, all you can do is run. When my village of Mindroktau was destroyed by a swarm of ravenous pixies, I had no idea if I would even survive. Racing out of my smoke-filled home I grew up in, I ran straight to the barn. Mama always taught me to keep a pack of supplies ready in case anything happened. Just grab your pack and go, she'd always say. So I did, and a good thing that I did too. Disappearing quickly was what saved my life. Since then, I've lost all contact with my family. I don't even know if they're alive. The small group of us that got out went to live in the closest elven city, Mithrandain. This is my home now, and I have to say, it was tough getting accustomed to the way of life here. They're not a farming community, so it was hard to find work. I didn't know what I was good at. I thought back to my time in Mindroktau and what I enjoyed back then. Then it hit me. I love the thrill of the chase. I can do that. Becoming a spy is the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I have to say it's a little bittersweet. Working for the royal families, doing a job I love, is like a dream come true. I couldn't be happier. But I'm only able to do so because of the misfortune of my village. I'm hoping my hard work will make my ancestors proud.
Cycle 12. Strange-looking creatures appeared today in the North City Square. These aliens called themselves elves. Their pointy ears and flowing hair intrigue me. They speak of different lands, impossible lands. Those without water, or those filled with fantastic creatures. I must learn more about them. Cycle 39. Each cycle since the arrival of the elves, Vidalcan people have attempted to duplicate their extraordinary effects, but to no avail. I reach my 40th cycle soon. Finally, I will be able to lead my own studies. Cycle 66. Without the elves' odd tricks, we have now resorted to building our own way to travel to other planets. The technology they seem to have is many cycles out of our reach. Even so, I believe there are other ways off this planet. Cycle 100. My excavation begins today at Zirathu City Ruins. Managing to rope in both Vudila and Zixat into my hypothesis, I have much to discover. Not even the elves know what lies beyond the impossible depths. I know I will find answers there.
What do you want to know about me exactly? My name is Minerva, I come from the planet Isgard, and I'm very good at finding things. That's about it. Alright, fine. I'll explain a little bit more. I'm not necessarily a bounty hunter, but I do travel across the galaxy in pursuit of different targets. The galaxy is a very big place. There are many wondrous things, of course, but with the good sometimes comes the bad. I eliminate the bad before it becomes a larger problem. I work for an organization called the Galactic Utility Intelligence Logistics Task Force, also known as GILT. Great name, huh? We're a rather undercover group, inconspicuously keeping watch over the many planets, pinpointing any threats that may arise and disrupt the safety of civilians. The majority of GILT is essentially a surveillance system that relays information back to our leader. However, when a threat to the people does arise, be it an angry monstrosity or an ancient fiend, that's when my team intervenes. We are a subset of GILT, known as the Special Protection Investigative Tactical Exploration Team, or the SPITE team for short. There are 6 ASMR on this team, including myself, each one of us with a different skill set. I contribute the ability to track down our target once we're in its proximity. I'm not bad with a blade or two either. Working with the team is alright. I wouldn't call all of them friends, but they are the people I'm closest to. Whenever we're not investigating a galactic threat, we're most likely just passing time on our starship. For me, this mostly means I'm in our training room, running through various simulations to keep my skills in good condition. I also enjoy a good game of cards every now and then. However, for some reason I'm always quite bad at trivia night.
So, I guess I'm supposed to be like... talking about myself or whatever? I mean, I don't know, Green. I'm pretty boring. All I do is work and blow glass pipes. I mean, with that, I smoke a ton of moss in my off hours. Pretty much working all the time, though. Come from a long line of Vaders. That means excavators. My family has worked with a deep organization for like hundreds of aeons. Oh, I should probably tell you what the hell that is, huh? DEEP stands for the Discovery, Excavation, and Expansion of Pandemonium Passageways. We're a little more progressive than those other Vaders, the dry, green hierarchy of excavation mining. No one wants to work for them. Frelin pieces of trend. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be swearing, Green. So, back to my job. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Kinda hard not to be when you've been basically bred for it. Got my great-granddad T-Sith pickaxe right here. Probably wouldn't think by looking at me, but I'm a little quicker than most. Even got promoted to work dust detail. That's the development of the underground super tunnels. I know, far out, right? One time I got off draft cream, came out in this crazy big moss patch. Totally wild. Met this Formian. Dries and Ports don't usually vibe cream. I dig him though, we grew close. He's the Drang, the real Frelin Drang.
Growing up, I lived in the small clan of Verdun. My ancestors were goblins who left their planet to live amongst elven communities. The relocation was hard for them. It took a while getting used to their new planet, but once they got the hang of farming, it was all uphill from there. I was never as good of a farmer as they were, though. All I wanted to do was play. Hide and seek or squink. It's kind of like capture the flanc. Those were my favorite. I love the adrenaline I get from a good hunt. Waking up to your farmhouse engulfed in flames in the middle of the night, all you can do is run. When my village of Mandroktau was destroyed by a swarm of ravenous pixies, I had no idea if I would even survive. Racing out of my smoke-filled home I grew up in, I ran straight to the barn. Mama always taught me to keep a pack of supplies ready in case anything happened. Just grab your pack and go, she'd always say. So I did, and a good thing that I did too. Disappearing quickly was what saved my life. Since then, I've lost all contact with my family. I don't even know if they're alive. The small group of us that got out went to live in the closest elven city, Mithrandane. This is my home now, and I have to say, it was tough getting accustomed to the way of life here. They're not a farming community, so it was hard to find work. I didn't know what I was good at. I thought back to my time in Mandroktau and what I enjoyed back then. Then it hit me. I love the thrill of the chase. I can do that. Becoming a spy is the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I have to say it's a little bittersweet. Working for the royal families, doing a job I love, is like a dream come true. I couldn't be happier. But I'm only able to do so because of the misfortune of my village. I'm hoping my hard work will make my ancestors proud.
Cycle 12. Strange-looking creatures appeared today in the North City Square. These aliens called themselves elves. Their pointy ears and flowing hair intrigue. They speak of different lands, impossible lands. Those without water, or those filled with fantastic creatures. I must learn more about them. Cycle 39. Each cycle since the arrival of the elves, the Dalkin people have attempted to duplicate their extraordinary effects, but to no avail. I reach my 40th cycle soon. Finally, I will be able to lead my own studies. Cycle 66. Without the elves' odd tricks, we have now resorted to building our own way to travel to other planets. The technology they seem to have is many cycles out of our reach. Even so, I believe there are other ways off this planet. Cycle 100. My excavation begins today at Zirathu City ruins. Managing to rope in both Vudila and Zixat into my hypothesis, I have much to discover. Not even the elves know what lies beyond the impossible depths. I know I will find answers there.
And welcome back. Alright, so before we jump into the plan at hand, I believe Minerva had something that she said she would like to do in the meantime.
Oh, why am I wearing this?
So I guess who's in the lair right now? It's Zoxa, Vanessa, and then Kubrick is back too. Yeah.
Kubrick and you, yeah, that's the four of you.
Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna say to the group, I'm thinking of stepping out for a little bit to go visit an old friend. I shouldn't be too long, just wanted to let Walnut know.
All right.
I'll probably be asleep when you get back, so have a good night.
You too.
And yeah, Vanisa's like, well, have fun. Enjoy yourself. The gods know you deserve it.
Well, we'll see.
Be careful.
See you later. I will.
Okay. So you head off, and we'll get to that in a second. You, Zoxa, are going to be identifying a couple more items.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And that was the shield.
The shield, yes.
And the cloak, I don't have one of these
And the
for,
clock.
But the cloak is meant for a caster. It gives a +2 to your armor class. It's like a special magical robe. I'll let you write those down. And Tita, Plunk, and Diambra.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna drop Plunk off.
Yeah, Diambra's like, all right, this ridge here, we should be able to get some cover for you to touch down and let Plunk out.
I mean, I'll just do that, I guess.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll. You know how to do that. You can land. So you just carefully land on the far side of the ridge.
Okay.
And Plonk, Diambra is like, all right, so for you, I think maybe trying to enter from the back might be the best idea. There are large, if you look around, and she kind of points out, and I don't know, with your perception is not great, but you could probably make it out in the shadows. With your new goggles. And yeah, you can see very large humanoid creatures that are standing at the front door. There's on the balcony above, there's a couple standing at like the glass French doors that open to the balcony. And they're kind of, a few of them kind of just circling about as well.
Okay.
And she says, do not get seen by them, because I don't know that we'd be able to help you if you do. They're very powerful. And I do believe you have seen one of these creatures before. When you were at Halos and Horns, the bouncer was a Planetar, and he attempted to kind of fend off the assassin Obsidian member. So, yes, please avoid them. And if you do get caught, I hope you're good at making up excuses as to why you are trampsing around a Solar's manor.
Problem.
I think that's the other thing she's good at, aside from sneaking around.
Before she gets off, I want to just kind of like, I don't know. Are we like already next to each other? I don't have to like go.
Oh yeah, the three of you are all kind of nearby.
All right, I'm gonna hug you with my little arms, and like pat you on the head with my big arm.
Yeah, and I'd like
Yeah, you're kind of like doing the. I'm just like, all right, be careful.
All right, so if you see here, are you good at climbing?
Sure.
Don't lie.
You just have to make it over the gate, and then you should be home free.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready, Tita?
Yup.
Very well, let's get back up in the air.
Just push her out. Okay. I'm kidding.
She lands completely on her face.
I'm joking. I don't push her out.
Plonk, you see the fighter pod door close and begins to start to lift off, and then you realize you have really no idea what you're doing.
She's like, okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so
Okay, yep.
you lift off.
Yep.
You head back over to the central part of the volcano where the lava is, loop back.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, all right, so I hold this steady, and then this is to...
Is she telling me the right things?
Yes,
or okay,
so far. This is to decrease altitude, and she's kind of just going through a few things.
Yup.
I'll stay in the air. If the two of you need a quick escape, I will try to get to your level, and maybe you can leap in or something. We'll see.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna
Great.
I'm gonna beat Plonk and be like, Plonk, I'm on my way. In your little earpiece.
Okay, I will time it.
Yeah, so we'll do what? We're doing another swoop and I'm gonna jump out.
God! I just got a little look of like the roll, like the oh.
She's flying. She's like, I think right now. Go now.
Okay, yep, I'm just gonna leap out.
Make an acrobatics check.
He leaps out. They're not even off the ground yet. He's just bang.
What am I doing?
Acrobatics.
Okay. 12.
12. Okay. Diambra may possibly have deposited you a little higher up than expected.
Oh, great. Yeah, but I'm used to like my leap thing. So
which is going to decrease your damage.
Okay,
for sure.
great. Can I like duck and tumble? Like do like a tuck and roll?
Well,
like
that's your acrobatics.
Oh,
That's
great.
what you
Well, it
rolled.
wasn't great. Cool. I tried to do that. I caught a tree branch.
You suffer 11 points of bludgeoning.
No!
As you land and you start rolling head over heels just on this roof. And then you kind of just, your face kind of lands on a skylight looking down
Oh,
inside.
good. I'm like right up against the glass.
Yep. Plonk.
I'm like, I'm in the glass. I'm like, Plonk. Like just,
Oh my god.
Plonk, I'm here. I'm like in the glass.
Amazing. Just that little glimpse of the roll and just like...
Go ahead. Sorry, say that again, Plonk.
Oh, good. They'll all be distracted.
Yeah, as I'm like thumping onto the roof of the place.
What is that? Face.
Great.
Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. So Plonk, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to climb over the fence.
All right. Give me a. First off, I'm going to need two things: an athletics check and a stealth check. Unless you're not trying to be stealthy and you're just trying to make as much noise as possible.
I'm definitely trying to be stealthy.
I clearly was not.
Nice. So I rolled a 19 and an 11.
Okay, so the 19 was the first one you rolled?
Yep,
Okay, so that's your athletics.
that was my athletics.
Yep.
Okay, so an 18 for athletics and an 11. So I have so a 20 not natural for stealth.
She's the right one for stealth. All right, let's see. Okay. So Plonk, you shimmy up the bars of the gate, not too difficult, and you drop yourself down on the other side. And when you do, you kind of not twist your ankle so that it hurts too much, but it's like one of those like a little pop, and you kind of make like oh noise. And as you do, you see one of the guards at the upper balcony kind of look down into the darkness and kind of start surveying the area. What would you like to do?
Is there anything I can hide behind?
There's some topiaries, there's some shrubs, there's a fountain.
She takes a weird pose.
Not even behind anything, just in the middle of the...
She's like, oh look, I'm doing the same thing as they're doing.
You could do that. That's something you could do.
Kind of strong.
What?
I think she said find a shrub.
Yeah.
Find a shrub. All right. So you're gonna duck down.
Like almost like tuck and roll, like behind one of the shrubs.
All right. The two of you matched on your stealth and perception checks. So he's suspicious. He didn't see you, but he heard some noise and he came out. So he is keeping his eye out in the area. He starts to. You see his large white feathery wings begin to flap, and he starts to like lift off the balcony and kind of start looking around. Give me another stealth check.
How far away is he from me?
I'd say he's about 70 to 80 feet away.
I like the amount of concern on Minerva's face.
I know.
The first roll of Plonks is...
What?
Say it again?
18.
18?
18.
Okay.
You keep making that noise.
I know. They're
Oh, he
so
just likes
close.
making that noise.
They're so
Neck and neck.
close. So,
It's like giraffes
Plonk,
fighting.
you see this winged, probably like 9-foot tall being begin to flap his way in your direction. And he kind of surveys the topiaries, kind of looks along the fence, continues around, and lifts back up into the air and lands again on the balcony on the second level.
Far away is he?
Same thing, because the building is probably about 80 feet away from you at this point. He just landed on top of the balcony, the upper balcony.
I'm gonna try to sneak my way to like 60 feet away.
Okay. So you want to try to dart between shrubs and such?
Yeah.
Alright. Give me another stealth check, and while you're rolling that, Tita,
Yeah.
you are on the roof of
I
this
am.
villa.
I am.
It's a pretty flat roof for the most part. There is crenellation around the edges of the upper section that you're on currently. Clearly, there's a skylight because your face is in it.
What do I see through the skylight?
Looking down, yes, you see what looks like some type of larger bowl up on like a platform.
Oh, okay.
Off to the side, you see. Well, you would know it's a toilet, but off to the side, you see a sink as well. And one of those cool showers that were in the ship that you messed all the buttons up and exploded. Yeah.
I'm pumped that I saw that. I was just like, ooh!
That's what you see down below. The way that the manor is built, it's almost like there's tower sections. So you're kind of on one of the tower sections and looking directly down.
Okay. Do I see any things, alive
Movement
things?
to make a perception
movement,
check.
whatever. Like, I see that it's a bathroom, but, like, is there anybody in there? Jesus. Just forget it.
It's, as nice as a villa as this is.
It's 4, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of the like the snot and spit that you got on the window kind of is blurring your vision.
Great.
To be able to see, it's dark in there, and even with your dark vision, it's kind of
smudges it
obscured.
around.
Yeah, it makes
Smudges it
it
around,
worse. It's tough to tell if there's any. You don't see any movement, but you have no idea.
Not Rizzoli, you could have used the bong water.
So how big is the? You said there's like different things. So how big is the section that I'm on? Like,
So
can I move
there are
around on
four-
this?
There's
Or?
like 4 towers in the corners, and then there's one kind of platform. So it's almost like there's a 2-story building in the center, and then there's the towers that go up one additional floor.
And I'm on one of those.
You're on one of those.
And that's the only window thing, skylight thing.
Yeah, on the top.
And I can't see anything. Great. Do I hear anything?
No.
Great.
Because the perception check deems what you can hear, smell, see, all that. So you're.
Well, that was me looking in. I mean, like, outside.
Oh, looking out and about. You
Yeah.
can see. What was your last? What's that stealth check, Plunk?
18.
What's your roll? Your roll a new perception to look out and about.
Nat 20.
You see Plonk
Great.
darting from bush to bush down below. You do see kind of peeking over the edge. You can see down below there's a balcony for the second floor, and there's a couple of those winged beings, winged bluish-green beings there. The opposite side of the building, when you flew by, you saw 4 of them over there. You don't know if they're still there because of the way that the tower is. It's on the back side of the building and not the front. But that's what you see at the moment.
Can
Out
I...
and about.
If these winged things are everywhere, how did they not see the thing flying around?
Yeah.
They I'm sure are seeing it. I was gonna say with a natural 20 you can see Diambra in the distance just circling.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, it's not a smooth.
Yeah,
it's not a smooth course by any means.
She's your distraction.
Yeah. Can I peer like around the perimeter of the thing that I'm on? Like look down.
Well, that's what you just did.
No, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
About if you want, you can drop 8 to 10 feet down onto the second floor's roof.
Yeah, but you said I saw people over there.
On the balcony, which is like slightly.
Is there any other things on the roof, like skylight things?
There are 4 skylights on the lower roof.
Sure, I will hop down so I can look into those.
Yeah, it's low enough. You don't need to make a check, but just make a stealth check to make sure you're trying to be quiet jumping down. And you roll perception.
I rolled a 16, so plus 2, so
good.
18.
You're
Okay.
good. You're good. Yeah, you just like silently
Okay.
look around, and then you can make your way to any of those, which we're going to get to in a sec.
Okay.
Plonk, you, my friend, are darting from bush to bush, and you rolled an 18 for stealth. How far are you trying to get? Just the 20 feet, or are you trying to get closer?
I'm just trying to get within 60 feet.
Within 60 feet, yes. You can easily get within 60 feet without them noticing you at the moment.
I'd like to cast Frostbite
Okay. On what?
onto the wing thing.
Okay.
What?
That's like insta-death, girl. You're gonna
I
die.
think you're drawing attention to yourself when they don't know who you are.
What?
All right, so I need to roll.
Well, you know, it'll be a nice diversion that then I can.
What do I need to roll?
Running to the front lawn.
You are going to make a Constitution saving throw. And it doesn't, like, shoot out a beam of light or anything like that. It's just I caused numbing
Forms
frost
up.
to form on one of them.
Yeah, I picture it as like forming from the ground, like up their legs, and just kind of. Yeah. All right. That was a 23 for the saving throw.
Okay. I don't know what my...
It's lower than that. You did not succeed.
Okay.
My save DC is a 14.
And Planetar is much more powerful than Zaxa.
Yes.
Work, so it doesn't matter anyway.
He just kind of like, you see him kind of look down at his foot and kind of shake it, like he's shaking the frost off of it. And it's very suspicious. He starts looking out again into the darkness. And Tita, you are now on the roof of this building. What would you like to do?
I want to peer into the...
Yeah. We'll do a perception check for all.
Okay.
4. So we make a... Get all the perceptions today.
Do that one. Not that one.
4 again.
Yep. Peering down inside, again, it's very dark. You can kind of make out shapes of furniture.
You are not good at looking through windows.
I do.
Why is it just windows?
Other things, though, you have no problems.
You look through the windows, they're all
You know,
foggy.
it's like
You
the-
look
it's those-
around,
no.
you're perfect
No.
vision, and then back through the windows, foggy again.
It's those old-fashioned ones that are like the glass is like swirly
The triple
because
pane,
it's like
with the
it's
swirls.
triple pane swirly because it's like OG glass from like the 1500s, so I can't see anything. I'm just like, great.
No, looking down into a different one, you can see that it goes way further down than one room. Like it might go down to the first floor, like look down to the first floor.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And then you move over to the adjacent one, it does the same thing. You're looking
Okay.
down like maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
One of them, like I mentioned, you see some furniture. Difficult to make out if it's a couch or a bed or it's a large piece of furniture. You're not sure. And then moving on to the other side, peering in. Again, it's difficult to see. Maybe there's a desk and chair. It's hard to make out.
Oh, that's what I need, the desk and chair. How far away is what I think is a desk from the bathroom? Like, was that the complete opposite side?
Yeah,
or-
because you got the main. Think of it as a rectangular building in the center, and then the
Yeah.
4 corners have the tower.
No,
It
yeah,
goes
I
up
know.
an
I
extra
just think
like-
it was like closer to the...
It's not.
Could have been like the bathroom and then like
Yeah,
the
right there.
desk.
Yeah,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is like that. Well, no, the desk is on the opposite side.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
My idea was to sneak in through the bathroom and then... okay, so... great. Well, I think I see no one, so, what does this skylight thing look like? Do I think I could, like, take it off, like,
you could attempt
without
to,
breaking
Yeah,
it?
yeah, you could attempt to lift it out without breaking it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
All right, make a dexterity check to very carefully take it out. As you're doing that, you hear over the thing.
Oh,
Hey, I just want to see how the mission's going. Everything
then I'm
going
like,
well, guys?
Kubrick, I'm busy.
Oh, all right. Sorry, just checking in. Just checking in.
Here's
I'm
go to sleep.
I'm going to bed, so if you need me, just yell real loud into the thing, and I should wake me up.
Trying to be stealthy, not gonna yell.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were already in the place.
Not trying to be. And then I motioned down to Plonk, who probably can't even. I'm just like, oh, stupid Kubrick. All right, what am I rolling to see if I can take the thing off?
Yeah, dexterity.
15.
Yeah, so you just kind of unclip the clips on the edges, and you very carefully with your claws just kind of lift it out and
Okay.
put it off to the side, and it's open. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but you think you should be able to fit.
Can I just and duck my head in first and do like a 360 before I actually go in now that the
Yeah.
glass is off?
same perception check. So you kind of pop your head in. And you
How do I see not more things when I got rid of the glass?
Because the glass wasn't the issue. It's you.
Alright, is it dark in there?
Oh,
or are there
yeah,
lights?
it's dark.
Alright, fine. How, what's the, like,
And
height
then you're
from the...
above the desk room.
Yeah, so what's the height from what?
It's like 9 feet drop down from the... Oh, no, sorry. It's probably about 12 feet down. Because this is a larger being.
So, I will... down.
Foop down.
With your ability, you're fine. You can just land. You don't have to make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
But if you'd like to be stealthy,
Yeah.
make a stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10?
Against its
What is
passive
it?
perception.
So that usually means you have advantage.
I know, so should I be doing that?
On stealth?
Yeah, that's what it is.
It has the A with the green
Because
dice on it.
stealth is
Click on it,
dexterity.
though, because I think there's it is advantage, but for specific things.
When you attempt to conceal yourself from enemies, slink past guards, slip away without being noticed, or sneak up
When
on someone
attempting
without
to
being seen.
hide only.
Oh, attempting to hide only.
There you go.
I had to scroll up. Alright, fine. So, what did I say? 10.
10? Okay.
So if you were Plonk right now, then yeah, we're
Great.
hiding in the bushes.
Great.
Then you'd be good.
So you...
Food
the
down.
ground. It makes a little bit of noise, not
Okay.
too bad. But you're in a pitch black room.
Does anything immediately happen after I foop down?
You sit there and you listen. You don't hear anything yet.
Great.
He goes, great! Continues.
I will... How big is the room that I'm in?
Oh, it's large. There's a... Now that you're in the room, there is a large desk over by the windows. Huge armoire chair. And then there's like a lounge sitting area with some books on a bookshelf. It kind of encompasses that. It's a huge room. There's different like busts of animals that on the walls and other monsters and creatures and stuff. Looks like there might be a couple devil heads that have been stuffed as well.
Great. I will... Do I even want to make any noise and like whisper to Blanc? I will make my way to the desk.
Okay, so you make your way to the desk. Plonk, you hear those wings again.
Right?
And you hear one of them look at me like, who goes there? And they begin to, the two of them from the balcony begin to flap up and start to kind of hover around, searching the area. What would you like to do?
Is there any way I could try to distract them by like making one of the fountains like turn to ice? The one that's like not close to me, like within 60 feet away, but like far enough away where they know that like it's not coming from that area, like where I am.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
And come on.
Whenever she does that, it's always bad.
I know.
I know. She's like, please, please, please. So,
Well, +6.
Okay. 18.
So many 18s. But it's okay.
You see the two of them almost immediately as the fountain, the water in the fountain begins to slowly crystallize, and as the water is dripping down, the streams are beginning to form ice crystals up to the top, and then they do catch notice of it, and they begin to flap in that direction. What would you like to do immediately as they turn and...
Sneakily, but as fast as I can, run in the opposite direction of them.
All right, so you're gonna try to run around to the right hand side of the manor on the far end of the building.
Yeah.
All right. Are you trying to book it, or are you trying to stealthily go?
She
Because
said
that's-
sneakily.
Yeah,
She
she
specifically
said
said
sneakily as fast as I can. So I don't know.
as fast as you can, sneakily.
Yes.
Sneakily.
So 45 feet, essentially. Because you can action, move, bonus action, all of them be movements, but that's halved for stealth, so give me a stealth check. Let's see how stealthy you are.
She's like,
17.
As you're booking it, you kind of look back for a second to see if they're like watching you or looking around, and then as you turn your head back, you kind of almost like not slam into because it's a topiary, but you kind of shoulder check one of the topiaries and spin yourself around and just keep running. They don't seem to notice. So Tita, you are carefully and quietly approaching the desk.
Mhm.
Plonk, you have just flattened yourself against the right-hand side of the manor, and Minerva, you are making your way to Madame Fairchild's.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
So you take the long, winding road from your lair area to where she resides, and you come up to her small villa. Well, it's not. It's small compared to Sadkiel's, but it's quite large for a regular, normal person. Yes, and you can do what you'd like. You can head up to the door and knock, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'll just give it a couple taps, couple knocks.
Rap on the door. It takes a couple minutes, but the door, it cracks open. You can see like a little chain lock on there. You see her powder blue eyes kind of peering through the crack, and she's like, "Oh, Minerva! How wonderful it is to see you so soon! How have you been?" And she opens the door, and you see as she opens it, she has her light blue hair in her little twirly spiral on the top of her head with a little bun, and her powder blue eyes, ivory white skin, very, very pale, bright blue lipstick, which she used to have, is now a bright coral pink. She's a little overweight, but it doesn't look like fat. It's fluffy, like cloud almost.
She is shapes.
She is shapes. And the last time you were here, she had fake angel wings on that you could like see the straps and everything. This time, not angel wings. She has fairy wings. Oh yes, very, very brightly
are they
colored.
sparkly? I'm just kidding.
She's like, "Oh, please come in," and she beckons you into her foyer.
I like the new wings.
Oh, thank you, my dear. I actually crafted these myself.
Lovely. Sorry for troubling you so late. I won't impose on you for too long. I've just been, contracted to do a new job, and I was wondering if maybe you might have some information about the item that I'm looking for.
Oh, possibly. But I will most certainly answer any questions I know the answers to for you. But if you are not too busy, I also have a job. Oh, it comes to remind me, old age and forgetting all these things. The fire genasi that you are supposed to find is not a male. She's a female. Oh, I completely. I was thrown off. I'm very sorry. Very sorry.
It's all right. No worries. I'm sure I'll be able to find them just fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good. But I have a job for you.
Yes. I don't know if I can commit to that now at the moment. Considering I've just picked up a new one, but I would be willing to hear about it.
You see her face gets just almost like she's downtrodden. When you say that, you don't think you can do it right now. She's like, "Well, that's fine if you have more pressing matters, of course. It's just I've been in search of this piece for quite some time."
Well,
And she kind of like puts her hand on her like little belt loop and like taps a little sack like of coin that's there.
Oh, she's good.
I mean, by all means, tell me about it, please.
Well, you wouldn't have to go far. From all of my research, it shows that this artifact could be found in the depths of Muspelheim, just the neighbor realm, so close by.
Okay. All right. Do you want to give me more specifics on it?
Of course. She says, I would be willing. Now, it could be quite dangerous, but I would be willing to pay you 1,000 credits to retrieve this. This is a bust of my favorite goddess. If you could bring this back to me, her name is, I will find it here.
My favorite goddess. I need to look it up real quick. Just give me a second.
Iodry Fania. If you could bring... She's the lady of the air, wind, and storms. Oh, such a favorite of mine. If you could bring this bust back to me, I would be oh so grateful.
And you said that it could be in Muspelheim. Do you know where it's been seen last, or where it may have ended?
Well, I've been trying to calculate exactly where in Muspelheim it is. I've narrowed it down to a large ravine, but I don't know exactly specifically where. It is rumored there are many tunnels down in that ravine.
All right. Well,
I'm not there.
like I said, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm not sure if I can commit to doing that. But I will keep a special eye out for you, because I'm always doing jobs underground here.
Wonderful.
So, yes. The thing I wanted to ask you about, though, have you ever heard of something like the Tome of the Evernight?
It doesn't sound familiar. Do you know anything more about it? Might spark my memory. It's not something that I've come across in my in the literature.
I don't think I do, right, GM? I don't think I was really given.
No, not at all. Actually, he just Azaziel just said, find it and keep it safe.
I'm afraid I don't actually. What's the name?
I bet you could find a tome at the library that might give you some information. I'd be more than happy to accompany you.
Oh, isn't the library about to close?
Well, yes, of course, but I mean like tomorrow. I don't work anymore, so I have so much time on my hands.
Right. Well, tomorrow I'm most likely going to be working that job, as I was saying. But if I do need your help, I will come straight to you. You can be sure of that.
Very well, I appreciate that. And as this conversation's being had, you hear in your head the voice of Cooper. Hey, just want to make sure everything's going well with the mission.
Oh, God.
And then you hear Tita be like, yeah, I'm busy. Whatever.
You hear the whole thing.
She tries to just block it out.
All right. No, but if I myself come across anything with this tome you said of the Evernight, that sounds dreadful.
Yeah, it does. Don't worry yourself with it, though. I mean, I know you don't have to be doing my work for me, you know? I just wanted to see if you maybe had a clue about this.
Well, if I do the research for you, maybe you can do a favor for me.
Exactly, but
Exactly.
I know, and the logic makes perfect sense. I don't know. There's a lot on my plate right now, to be quite honest. But
What are you breaking up with her? Like,
I know. It's not you, it's me.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, how rude of me! I completely forgot to ask if you'd like some tea, Minerva.
Sure, actually.
Oh,
That's
good! And she just jumps up and she runs off into the kitchen area, leaving you in the foyer, just looking around at the, sitting on those, 1.5 foot tall cushion stools, with the couple statues and the suit of armor and the paintings and the little sandbox with all, the cacti in it. All that fun stuff. It's all sitting in the foyer.
That's so cool.
So a little bit of time goes by, and she comes back out. She's like, I grabbed a few cookies as well. I hope you don't mind. And she puts the tray down in front of you.
Thank you. Yeah, she'll just, she'll drink her tea. She'll eat some of the cookies. She doesn't really have much left to say, but the company's nice, so she feels comfortable just sitting there and chilling for a little bit.
Yeah. Very good. Zoxa, are you doing anything currently?
Zoxa had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Vunisa is there, correct?
Yes. It's just the two of... Oh, no, because Kubrick's
Oh, no,
asleep.
Kubrick's there. Vunisa, about the elves.
Yes.
You went with them to the Feywild.
Yes. That's
And
their planet.
Right. And they taught you the spells that you have.
They did not teach me.
They did not.
No. I just told you this the other day. That the...
I don't... He remembers. I don't remember.
I was a handmaiden for one of the nobles, and she practiced magic. I studied over her shoulder, but when her father found out that I was also practicing magic, he took me to his cult group to have me executed, as I am not of the Fae and should not be using Fae magic, according to him. Luckily, one was able to save me before I was put to death by the cult.
How did you get that spell book?
Well, that is the question now, isn't it? You see, after I found out that the head of the household wanted me dead, I decided, along with one, that it would be a good idea to sneak back into the house and steal the noblewoman's spellbook.
Ah.
And we were successful, though the head of the house took a few punches to the face from one.
Well, of course.
It felt good, even though I wasn't the one inflicting it.
Now, there are symbols for each school
of magic. Yes.
Is the book on? Is her book the same as mine?
Well,
The
they're
same
both spell books. They don't have all the same spells because you didn't take some of hers and she didn't take some of yours. But
right, but I meant because mine's a divination.
Oh, hers. That's a good question. Hers, I believe, is more of. Let me see. Vanessa. So. Hers is more transmutation.
Transmutation.
She does have a wide variety of types of spells, but divination is her specialty.
Transmutation.
Sorry, yeah, transmutation.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Now, if I am to understand this correctly, the elves do worship gods, correct?
Yes, they have a few different gods that they believe in. The seasonal gods and whatnot.
Are there gods for each school of magic?
That is a question that I do not know the answer to, but now I'm intrigued and must find out.
Good.
Zaxa,
good.
we're definitely going to the library tomorrow.
It's a date.
Yes, we are.
Library date.
Yay! Okay. Anything else that you would like to do, Zaxa? Any chit chat you'd like to continue?
No, that is the only question I had. I will now go and pull a field guide to Fae out of the bookcase and read that.
As you begin to read it, she says, I can guarantee you it won't tell you that answer in that book. I've already read it multiple times.
There might be other answers, though.
Sure. And yeah, we'll jump back to Plonk and Tita over here.
Great.
Plonk, you are back against the wall, just barely escaped without being seen. What would you like to do?
Oh no. Like,
Abort!
Yeah.
I'm just gonna continue to like try to find this thing. Do I know? I'm gonna go to my earpiece and be like, "Hello, Tita, are you in yet?"
Yeah, I found the desk. Well, a desk.
Where are you in the building?
I don't know. I just said I'm in a room with a desk.
Wait, what's her face has a thing, right? The one in the...
Yeah, you can talk to her if you designate it, yeah.
Right, Diabra.
Yes. Do you need an extraction?
No. What?
Oh my god. The plan.
Wait,
Say again?
Is there any windows?
From where you are, make a perception check.
No, I'm asking Tita.
I mean, I just...
The building. I don't know. Are there windows? Like...
There are two massive windows.
in the room that I'm in?
Yep, that lead out.
Yeah, but am I in the front or the back?
You're in the back.
Great. She's in the front.
She's on the side.
Oh,
she
she's
was
on
in
the
the
side,
back. Now she's on the side.
Next to me? Not next to me.
Like probably 70, 80 feet away
So
around
no.
the
So
building.
just no. Okay.
No. But you can see through. It's like a massive glass window that has a door that leads out to the balcony.
I can see a balcony.
That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, wait, no, I want to talk to Diabra for a second. Diabra!
Yes.
What am I looking for?
Anything that can link Zadkiel with the collapse of the elemental chaos. Any documents that he's been sending to people, anything that's been sent to him.
Alright, thanks.
Alright, I'm just gonna look at the desk. Like, on top first. Not,
Sure.
I don't want to start touching stuff yet.
Okay.
So
So looking, I would say make an investigation check as you begin to. Oh, you said you're not touching anything?
like, I don't,
You're just kind of looking.
I'm literally
Perception.
just looking at the surface
Perception
of the...
first.
Okay. 20 not natural.
Don't understand. I really don't understand.
What
how
was the glass? The
looking
window?
through windows, terrible. Any other time, got it.
Yep. So, so you take a peek at the top of this desk.
Yeah.
It's very neat and organized, cleanly. Cleanliness is top notch here.
Okay.
You see, there's an inkwell. There's a stack of empty parchment, like blank parchment. There's a couple of those like organizing trays with some papers in there.
Some memos, if you will.
And yeah, there's obviously drawers in the desk. There's an unlit candle in like a little vase, a little candelabra, if you will.
I will look at the papers in the thing.
Sure. A lot of these seem to be orders that have been sent out and returned to soldiers as to which points to ambush the incoming fiends and devils that are trying to make their way into steam airspace. And looking back and forth is the incoming and outgoing memos in the two boxes, but there's nothing that would link him to elemental chaos. At least at this point, there are drawers to go through. But Plonk, what are you doing?
So I still have no idea where Tita is.
Correct.
Yep.
There is a balcony and a window and a desk.
Wait, do I see anything else out of the window? No, just the balcony. That's
No,
it.
you can see, looking, if you want to go out and actually take a peek, you just kind of looked over and saw there was a window and a balcony, but if you want to go look out there, you can.
All I need to know if he knows if he's in the front of the building or the back.
Would I know that from looking out of the window?
Well, you would probably know that even with your intelligence, just that you landed on one of the rear towers and you jumped down to the rear of the building, so you're probably in the rear.
I'm in the back!
So literally above me.
You're to the side, yeah, but essentially.
Okay. Okay. How do I get up there?
Great.
Well, there's lattices and ivy and all that fun stuff you can attempt to climb.
Where?
Okay.
Do I have a rope on me? I can't. How? I could pull her up potentially. Yeah, we already did that before. Can you get to the balcony? I'm just kidding.
So I was just in the back of the building, and there were these winged creatures, and they were standing on the balconies. I distracted them so they flew off so they didn't see me. But they might be coming back.
Great.
So wait, so are you trying to get up to the balcony right now, Plonk?
I'm trying to get up to wherever he is, I guess.
Okay. So you get.
Whoa.
Give me an athletics check to make it up that lattice.
Great. Perfect.
I'm like,
Is that the cross thing the ivy grows
Yeah.
up? Okay. Never knew what that was called.
Nat 20.
Woo! Easily.
She walks up the side of the building.
Yeah, literally.
she just Spider-Man.
No, this is almost favored terrain for you, being from the Feywild. This is like, ivy and whatnot. You just right up the top, no problem. And you get to the balcony with Tita there.
We're just on opposite sides of the glass, like, hi!
No, you can't see her. It's glass.
Tita, as Plonk gets herself up and over and is looking at you through the glass, you see these two large winged beings land right behind her.
Big eyes.
Arms crossed, just looking at the two of you. Now, back at the Obsidian Order layer, the previous Obsidian Order layer, you have the slight glow of the lava, and it's eerily quiet in this room as Kubrick is asleep and the two of you are just kind of sitting off to the side. What is happening?
Where am I?
And that's where we're ending for today.
Oh, that was adorable.
Be still my heart.
That's where we're ending for tonight. Zanessi's awake. Woo! Exciting. So we'll be back here next week. Super exciting, super fun stuff. We'll find out what's going on with Zanessi. We'll find out what's going to happen with Plonk and
we're
Tita.
about to die. Zanessi's alive! We're
And
dead!
Zanessi's alive. It's an easy trade-off. We'll just switch it out and good to go.
Wow.
So welcome to the players group, Kayla.
The other side of the wall.
The other side of the wall. All right, so we will be back next week. Can't wait to see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.